Hi everyone, it's V with Bees and Everything. When I deliver my nukes in the spring to new beekeepers, I also help them install the bees. But I know many new beekeepers just pick them up and they have to install the bees themselves. So I wanted to make a little video on how I install nukes. Nuke is short for nucleus colony, and it's the small white box on the left here. It has 5 frames of bees and a queen. And I'm simply moving them to the full-size box on the right. I think it's always a good idea to buy bees from your local source because these bees are more adjusted to your local weather conditions and they have a better chance of surviving the winter. As you can see, I have my hive stand ready, and I also put down some old carpet to keep the weeds down so I don't have to weed whack around the hives in the summer. I like to use a deep box for my bottom brood box and put a medium super on top. I will not be putting the super on them today because that would be too much space for them that the bees cannot cover, and it's just an invitation for pests. I will be adding the super on them in a couple weeks when the bees have built at least 80% of the comb in the bottom brood box. I have my hive tool ready to move the frames and a sugar water in a spray to spray the bees once I open the box to keep them calm. I will be feeding this hive this entire first year with sugar water because they have to build all new comb. I have my feeder and 1-to-1 sugar syrup ready to go. And here are the bees in their little nuke. They have built up so well and they are ready to expand. When I'm moving the frames with the bees into the new box, I make sure I move them in the same way that they have been in the nuke. Bees like to keep brood frames in the middle and honey frames on the outsides. Bees have to keep the brood at a steady temperature, so keeping them together in the middle of the box gives them a best chance to do that. I always make sure to find the queen, or at least signs of her like eggs and larvae. And here she is right in the middle. Oh, she's so cute. This one is a little dark. No wonder she was hard to find. I'm especially careful with the frame the queen is on so I don't squish her or lose her. So I put the bee frames from the nuke box in the middle of the new box and put empty frames on the outsides. I will then grab the nuke box and shake any leftover bees that are in it on top of the frames of the new box. Then I put down the inner cover and my feeder on top of it. I put the syrup jars on top. I'm putting empty box around them with a shim on top so I can cover those big jars. And there's a boy bee in here, aka Drone. Hey buddy. So I'm gonna move him to the front entrance. I keep the entrance on the smallest opening for now so the small hive can defend it better. The notch should always be facing up. This is in case bee bodies accumulate on the bottom, the bees can still climb out. And I will leave the lids from the nuke box next to the new entrance for a couple minutes so the bees can find their new home. I'm closing the hive with a telescoping cover on top, and I'm saving the super for next time. I will be checking back on them in 1 week. And now I just need something heavy for the top to keep it from falling over in high wind, and that's it. Hope you guys liked my video and happy beekeeping!